Hello friends. So today we discuss a very important topic of our times. So people are complaining a lot of eye problems after using mobiles, computers and laptops, for their online classes and other work nowadays. So they have they wish to know how prolonged screen time affects our eyes and how we can protect our eyes from them. So in this presentation, we will try to answer both these questions. So the first question, why is it that after working on laptops, mobiles or tablets for a long time, we usually feel our eyes are hurting us, we feel very tired. So you see, when working on digital screens, our eyes have to keep maintaining focus at a fixed distance for a long time. Now to focus on something close at hand, our eye muscles have to do some work. So if we are looking, if we are looking at the sky, for example, we are not focusing on anything. At that time, the eye muscles are not working. But when you are looking at your mobile screen, to bring the images, you know, to keep the images in focus, your eye muscles have to work, and this, they have to do this to do what we call accommodation. That is, they have to change the shape of your lens inside your eyes to ensure that whatever you are seeing is well focused. Now, because when we are working on desktops, mobiles or tablets or any other digital screens, even watching TV for a long time for that matter, because this action has to be maintained for over a long time, and the muscles therefore have to continuously work for a long time. Therefore, this can lead to eye muscle fatigue and weakness. This can also lead to increase in minus power. So understand this, that minus power or nearsightedness or so-called myopia is when you are unable to see things clearly in the distance. You can see things clearly uh, close to your face, but you can't see things clearly at distance. Now this happens if your muscles are continuously for having to maintain near focus, then they can sort of go into a spasm and they really cannot unlock. So when you, after say spending hours on the mobile screen, if you look up, or a tablet, you look up and try to see something in the distance, everything looks blurred. So that's because it is unable to unlock and focus in the, or rather, I should say, lose the focus and, you know and help you see in the distance. So if this happens, sometimes we are forced to give the person a higher minus power glass. And indeed, of late, a lot of children who did not require glasses previously have been prescribed glasses because of this reason. And a lot of children who had glasses previously have had to alter the change their glasses and get their power increased because of the same reason. There is another problem that happens when we are working on digital screens, and that is the fact that we forget to blink while working on digital screens. This we do unconsciously. So normally we blink up to 10-12 times a minute, but when working on the digital screens, this blink rate can go down to 2 or 4 times only per minute. So this means that our eyes remain open or exposed to the atmosphere for a longer time, and this can lead to dryness of the eyes. This is what causes the sensation of burning sensation, as if some sand has fallen in your eyes, this itching and all these problems. So then comes the next question. Now we have understood why our eyes are getting sort of hurt by doing prolonged work on the digital screens. How do we protect our eyes? So I'll share with you 7 tips by which, following which, you can hopefully keep your eyes healthier. The first tip is use the largest possible screen. So if you have a laptop at home, use that instead of a mobile. If you have a tablet, use that instead of the mobile. Second, and this is again very important, ensure that you are maintaining the proper positioning while working on a digital screen. So you should be sitting straight, and your back should be well rested, your foot should be well rested, your arms should be well rested too. And you should be looking down on the screen, not looking up. Because when we look down on the screen, our eyes are less open than when we are looking up at something. And if our eyes are wide open, that means there is a higher chance that the eye surface will become dry and get exposed. So ensure that the screen is tilted in such a way that you are comfortable and you are just looking down at it, and all your lower back, shoulder, everything is well supported. This is a posture you must definitely avoid, and you must not allow your children to sleep and lie and attend the classes. And as a matter of fact, it's a bad habit to use mobiles or tablets lying down. And of course, there is a risk of the child just dozing off in this posture. Tip 3. Avoid glare and heat. So by glare we mean avoid unnecessary light in the room. Otherwise that will reflect from the surface of the digital screen that you are using and make it difficult for you to read. Also avoid heat, because heat means that there will be faster evaporation of your tear film and greater dryness. So this is an image which shows all the ideal scenario sort of that I would suggest. If you see, the curtains here are drawn so that the room is not completely dark, but not very like there is no unnecessary light in the room. If you see, the child is looking down on the screen is well supported, her arms are on the table, she is sitting upright. There is a study light which diffusely illuminates the area. This is also important. The room should not be completely dark, because if you are looking at a digital screen in a complete dark area, that also is stressful for the eye. And if you see, she's using a fan. You can of course use an air conditioner also. The important thing is that this fan or air conditioner should be behind the child or behind you, even if you are an adult. The AC vent should not be hitting your eyes straight. The draft from the AC vent should not be hitting your eyes straight. So there should not be any direct breeze or stream of air hitting your eyes directly, because that increases evaporation and leads to dryness of your eyes. Tip 4. Take regular breaks. So please follow the 20-20-20 rule. So for at least 20 seconds, after every 20 minutes, for at least 20 seconds, take a break and look at something 20 feet away. In other words, look away from the screen, look to as far as you can, look out from the window, or basically give your eyes some break. Tip 5, this is important again, that is, we should blink, blink and blink. So what happens when we blink? So let's see a small video clip. So you see, every time we blink, what happens is there's thin layer of tear film is coated on our eye surfaces. Now if we don't blink enough, this tear film gets broken and it evaporates. That exposes the eye surface and makes it dry, and this dryness of the eye surface leads to the problem of redness, itching, burning sensation. So keep blinking, because that will sort of keep your eye surface wet and well coated with tear film. Tip 6. Go outdoors. Now of course you can say that how can we go outdoors, or how can we send our children go outdoors, especially in this COVID pandemic. So you don't really need to go out of your house for this. All we are asking you to do is keep looking to the sky or looking at far objects, so that your eyes get some rest. And of course it also is important that you keep getting up from your chair and move around, because without any physical activity, your overall health will also go down. So do not spend the entire day sitting at home in front of a digital screen. Get up, keep moving, go out, look out from the window, or go to your veranda or your terrace and look at the sky. It will help you feel happy, it will give you some fresh air, and of course give your eyes the rest it needs. Last, we must ensure that we are not overusing digital screens, and we must ensure that our children are avoiding unnecessary screen time. So all of us, even children, are now being forced to do a lot of work on digital screens because many of us have to work from home, do attend online classes. So the recommended time that you should spend per day on a digital screen is roughly between, for even for people, for uh, children between 5 to 15 years of age, is a maximum of 2 to 3 hours per day. So 2 to 3 hours is obviously something that we are unable to like we are already probably crossing that time because the online classes are going for a longer period than 2 to 3 hours. Now, if we add on that by doing a lot of time, spending a lot of time watching television, doing social media and Facebook, WhatsApp on mobiles, then our eyes are simply not getting the rest that they really need. So we have to balance it out and ensure that we do not overuse our eyes and avoid unnecessary screen time. So to conclude, prolonged screen time can definitely stress our eyes. I recommend that you use the biggest screen that you have for your digital work. Sit properly, look down on the screen, and keep the device at an arm's length. Take breaks, follow the 20-20-20 rule, and don't forget to get moving. Go to your terrace, veranda, or sit by the window so that your eyes get the rest that they need. Avoid unnecessary screen time. Hope you found this presentation useful. Thank you for being with us.